Husky fans, welcome to the first Virtual Monday with Monty. I'm Anthony Sperando, joined by head NIU men's basketball coach Coach Montgomery. We're going to have a fun evening tonight, getting to know all of the 2020-21 NIU men's basketball student athletes, chat a little bit with Coach about this coming season, a little bit about the off season and the heartbreaking end to this past season as well. We'll get all into it. But first of all, we want to thank Northwestern Medicine for once again supporting Monday with Monty this year, and we appreciate their support as always. Of course, we will not be able to see our great fans this season during at least the non-conference season, so the way that you can still show your face at the Convo is by purchasing our cardboard cutouts, which are available on NIUHuskies.com. Click the link, purchase them. Coach has his own. He's got his whole family. They're all ready. And he's excited to look up at them up in the stands while coaching the Huskies this season. He's fired up. Again, NIUHuskies.com, $60. It goes to support NIU student athletes, the COVID-19 Relief Fund. We appreciate your support, and we'll love to see your faces at the Convo. Coach, last year it was a crazy end of the season, but at the end of the day, you brought home this guy. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's been long awaiting to get that MAC West championship. It just felt like we had a little bit more left, but everyone knows COVID came in. Love last year's team, with especially the seniors. German, Lacey James, Noah McCarty, and a lot of guys that's coming back from last year's team. But they did the work, and this year, you know what? We're going to get their big prize. We're going to bring that one back from Cleveland this year.
That's right. Cleveland is definitely the path to go to, and this summer, COVID, it unfortunately wrecked the MAC tournament, but it also caused a lot of different protocols and hoops and loops to jump through this summer. How did your team face that adversity?
Well, it was a tough summer because we're used to routines. College athlete coaches, we're used to our routine. You get here in early June, you start workouts, everyone comes together. We put our whole, you put everything in the summer. Conditioning, weights, your offense, defense, but hey, most of the country had to sit out. It was tough on our student athletes, but they did get on campus. We did have some shutdowns. We had some protocols that we had to adjust to, but you know what? We got some work in. We're not going to make any excuses with the protocols, but summer was tough on everyone, but we survived, and we're now here ready for men's basketball.
Believe it or not, the season starts next Wednesday here right at the Convo against UIC. Everybody be able to watch it online or, via a ESPN Family and Network channel. So, Coach, looking forward to next week already. What's there to look forward to with this team?
we want to play. We want to play against someone else. A typical fall, we would already had probably 2 scrimmages in. We'd had an inter-squad scrimmage. We've already had tape on ourselves, tape on other teams. But you know what? It's a new team, a lot of new faces. I'm excited. I think this team, you're going to have unbelievable balance. From 1 to all the way to 13, we can go deep. We have shooters, we have drivers, we have rim protectors. But expect, like always, tough defense, a grimy, tough team. We're going to rebound, but we're going to get out and run, and we're going to mix some things up. We're going to have a lot of balance. So any given night, it could be Hankerson, it could be Zaire Matine, it could be Chris Johnson, it could be Nathan Scott, it could be Zul Queth and some of the other guys you're going to get a chance to meet. But we're going to be electric, and that ball is going to be moving around, and we're going to share it, and we're going to take care of it, and we're going to win a lot of games.
Some new faces, some familiar faces. Coach is excited about them. Let's get to know why he's excited about them. So it's time to bring on some of the Huskies right here. Coach Montgomery will introduce you to all of them individually. So here we go. Let's bring on our first Husky here, Zaire Matine.
So, Coach, how you doing, man?
Z, nice having you on the show. You know what? I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Tell people kind of where you're from, what you're about, what year you are, and we'll start from that.
My name is Zaire Matine. I'm a senior psych major, and I'm from Queens, New York. And I'm a senior, man. It's my last year, so I'm just ready to go.
Z, I see you're wearing, what you wearing? What number you got
Number
the
5.
shirt?
Got number 5 on.
Z wearing number 5. He should be wearing number 3. Why would I would say you be wearing number 3, Z?
I feel like I could light it up any given night. I feel like I can run off about 4 to 5 threes in limited time. It just don't matter. I can shoot from anywhere on the court. But I got number 5 on because, you know, my number been 11 most of my life. But I was given number 5 when I first came in here. And it was my senior year, so Coach probably would have let me switch it. But I said, I'm just going to stick with 5. I feel like I've been working real hard with this number, and I've been through obstacles, and I feel like it's just time to just make it happen now with it for my last year.
Z, what can the fans look forward to with your game? Like, what do you bring to this year's team?
I feel like I bring energy and leadership every single day. I'm pushing guys, pushing us to get better, and bringing everything, leaving it all out on the court. I can make plays. I rely a lot on my jump shot, but I also can make plays driving and other things. But I feel like my leadership and energy is something that I've really grown to be as I've been here, and I feel like that's going to help the team a lot.
Well, let's go to the lighter side. I know a lot about, I know you're a big basketball guy, and I know you follow a lot of different sports. So I've asked you, what's your NBA team? Like who's your favorite and who have you looked up to?
I'd probably say my favorite is Kyrie. I don't really have a specific team, as my team ain't the best, but, you know, he in Brooklyn now, so now I'm back in New York with him. But Kyrie Irving probably my favorite player, just, you know, his play style, what he play. I took a lot from his game, and I feel like that's one of my favorite guys from the league.
Now, is it Brooklyn because, you know, you kind of was from Atlanta, you kind of moved to New York, you got people in Florida. What's the connect?
No, just Brooklyn, man. Just Kyrie Irving. That's just one of my favorite players. But yeah, definitely Brooklyn because, you know, I'm from New York. Moved to Atlanta for a few years for some family stuff. But yeah, that's my hometown, and it's good that Kyrie back. It kind of all goes back together now. What's
one of your biggest basketball memories so far in your career?
I probably have to say that Eastern Michigan game. It was a big one we needed for conference play. I went in and I just got it done. Little Mud was playing good defense, and we pulled out a tough one that was getting closer to winning that trophy.
What was it, Z? Was it 1 or 2 threes, or, you know, how many threes did you hit in that Eastern Michigan game? And did you feel that going into the game, or it was just one of those moments?
I hit about 4 or 5 of them, and I feel like it was just one of them games where it could have happened any night. I put the same work ethic in every single day, getting them shots. Me and Gene, same exact mindset, and I just said, you know, this is the game right here. And we just talked. He was like, hey, man, this is a game. Once that first one hit, it was just over with. It kept going.
What was that taste in your mouth when we're in Cleveland and we already had that shoot around? Yeah. We came back to the hotel, and then what was the first thing was going through your mind when myself and Sean Frazier had to tell you guys we're shutting down?
It was just crazy because literally right before the shoot around, when we kept hearing all the talks, me and Gene, once again, we was in a room together, you know, just talking about like ready to play, man, ready to go. And we just like, man, I hope they don't do it. Like, we just praying, hope they don't do it. And when y'all told us that, we were just like, man, that's just crazy. And we were sad about it, but, you know, we had to chalk it up and just say, hey, man, we left it all out there, and at least we left with something. So,
what's the last thing you want to leave to NIU fans? I mean, this is all new. We're virtual here. What's something they don't know about you, or something you just want to leave?
I just want to say, you know, we lost a lot of pieces last year, but I want everybody to please tune in this year. I feel like we're going to have a really good year and just continue to be with us and push with us through this COVID season. And we'll try to be the best for y'all. Go Huskies.
Thanks, Z. Appreciate that. Next up is number 0. Won't you introduce yourself to everybody?
What's up, guys? I'm Chris Johnson. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm a senior.
Chris, was your senior year. What's your major?
Communication and public advocacy.
So I just know I follow your academic thing so tight. You have the highest GPA. What's your GPA right now, Chris?
3.8, 3.9.
Chris, I mean, I really give it up to you. You put a lot of time in, both to basketball and your academics. And, that means a lot. You will definitely always will be a great ambassador for NIU. I can tell you that right now. But tell me something you're looking forward to this season, Chris.
I'm just looking forward to play. Looking forward for the opportunity. Last year, we had the taste in our mouths of this trophy right here. So to get back at it and get to work with a bunch of new guys, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I know you didn't playing time might not have been what expected coming in from an All-American year at your junior college. What should the fans know about your game? What do you bring to the table?
I feel like anytime my number is going to be called, I feel like the energy of the game is going to change. I feel like I'm going to be able to get my guys that's around me, we'll be able to take it to another level, whether it's getting stops, whatever we need on the court at that particular time to get us over the hump. I feel like that's what I'm going to bring to the table when I enter the game.
What was the toughest part dealing with this COVID since the shutdown and throughout the summer and the fall that you had to deal with?
We had 2 shutdowns already, so that's like a total of 28 days that we done missed. So the conditioning, usually like last year when we got on campus, we did like a Huskie run. We did like a lot of different conditioning and stuff, and we didn't get a chance to do all that type of stuff this year. So I'd say that's the hardest part, just getting back into it and getting ready to go for the season.
What's it like thinking on the season right now? What's going to be the biggest challenge? Because you one of them guys that thrive on the energy in the crowd, thrive when we're on the road saying it don't matter because you that energy guy. What do you think is going to be the toughest challenge when we play games against other opponents this year?
I think for the new guys, it's just going to be adjusting to it. I think we play our first game on the 25th against UIC, so I feel like once everybody gets the taste in their mouth of how it is, they'll just get used to it. But I feel like our biggest challenge is just settling in, doing what we know what we can do on the court, what we practice, and what we say we're going to bring to the table. I feel like that's going to be our biggest challenge is actually just doing it.
I got to agree with you there. I mean, it's a challenge. It's going from a practice when it's just us, and then I know I'm going to miss like the Huskie band running out that tunnel, high-fiving, the pub, the Huskies, you know what I mean? It's going to be a different feel, but we're going to find a way to bring our own energy, like watching like the NBA playoffs, and they in their bubble. How you think our bench going to be?
Our bench is going to be good. I feel like we're going to have to bring our own energy because there's not going to be fans in there. So I feel like our bench is going to be cheering our guys on, and we're just going to be ready to go. Whatever it's going to take for us to win the game or whatever we need, that's what we're going to bring to the table.
Chris, appreciate having you on. Show that number one more time.
Go
Johnson
Huskies.
will be ready.
Go Huskies.
Hold on, Chris. Huskies fans, I apologize with my voice. We're in November. It's practice mode, high energy, a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of excitement. But I'm going to make it through this show. But we have, go ahead, Nate, why don't you introduce yourself to Husky Nation?
What up, Husky Nation? Nathan Scott. I'm from Illinois, but I grew up in Michigan. I grew up in eastern Novi area. So, coming here, my family stays in Oak Brook, so down the street. So it's pretty cool to go to NIU.
Nate, you're a senior, very good student. What's your major?
My major is communications.
So you're going to have a lighter second semester.
Yeah.
I was looking at your class schedule. 3 classes.
3 classes.
3 electives.
Yeah.
You didn't get it done.
Yeah, I got it.
Early. What kind of feeling is that?
It feels good. I'm going to graduate on time, I don't know if we're going to have like a ceremony because, of COVID, but just I'm going home, my family smiling, celebrating there. It's going to be cool.
Well, you come from a basketball family.
Yeah.
Actually played against your dad from his high school days at for Bishop Borges and then at Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Take me through. Is it your dad's side? Is it your mom's side? Where these genes come from? When did you start stretching out? Because you're 6'7"?
6'8", yeah.
6'8", okay.
Man, it's my dad. I feel like my dad's side pushed me. We have a lot of good athletes on my dad's side. I felt it was like my mom's like hunger. My mom's family's hunger. I was always around them, Inkster, and even my dad's like his mom, or just like even meeting like his siblings. They all have a hunger towards them. So I feel like me like being on the court, or me like like my athletically build, or I don't know, they just got me to where I wanted to be.
Well, you brought up Inkster. Mom's from Inkster.
Yeah.
That's that toughness.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think she lived a couple streets over from myself.
Yeah.
But your dad, y'all got different games, Nate. Dad was more inside.
Yeah.
Give me your game. Give me your game.
My dad always told me that I need a shot.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger, I was kind of like a post player, but when I was growing up, he always like gave me just always got me on the court shooting a lot, and his family too. And then like I always say toughness, because where my mama said, she said grit.
Grit. Okay, that's fine.
Grit.
That's fair.
But like I remember going to practices. My mom, me shooting, my mom would just be like, kind of like, you got to make those shots. So I was like, all right, I got to start shooting more again than gym.
Well, the game has changed, Nate. You are a 6'8", skilled 4-man, play a little 3, but you stretch the defense.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that held you back last year was injuries. Yeah. Can we have an injury-free? No, it does snow here. It is black ice. I want no injuries. Yeah. No, you might have had COVID in January because you had the longest flu ever.
Yeah, it was
about 3 weeks. So what can we look forward into Nate and Scott? I can see it right now.
I feel like I have a lot of growth this year. For my family, with you, to my teammates, I feel like I just got to show who I am. And basically that's it. I just got to build my name right here.
So, confidence is a big part. And a lot of you might not know, he has the green light to shoot it, and he can shoot it deep, put the ball on the basket. But let's go on a lighter side. What's one of your fondest basketball memories since playing the game?
Since playing the game? I don't want to go back to JUCO days, so I'll go back to, last year, Coppin State, when I had 18 and 8. It was really cool just knowing, like I'm a D1 player, knowing I'm ready for this. And just, just like the celebrations after my teammates were giving me, my family was, it just felt really good.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, the sky is the limit for Nathan Scott. Look for a big senior year, and he's going to bring it. Anything you want to leave the Husky Nation with, Nate?
Nothing. I just say what's up to my family. I know they're watching. Good. All right.
We have a dong in the house. Dong, I want you to introduce yourself. You're one of the new guys. Okay. You've been here for a while. We recruited you all year. Give it to him.
My name is Don McCoy. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm a junior. I'm wearing number 13 this year.
Don, what's your major?
I'm a psych. It's going to be a major in psychology.
Okay. All right. Well, I remember it'd have been a year from now coming down. Coach Beane was a lead recruiter on you. We down at the JUCO tournament in Florida.
Yeah.
And I put my eyes on you, and they were big. So I was like, no way. That stand up, dog. I don't know. I don't think everybody understand. We're off camera, so we got a big fella. We got a shot blocker, rim protector. I heard it from years. Coach, we got to get a shot blocker. We got to get a rim protector. What are you going to bring to the game for us this year?
I'm going to bring a lot of energy. I'm going to bring a lot of just effort. Defense is really what helps my basketball game, because I've been the most offensively gifted basketball player. So I'm going to try my hardest on defense, obviously get better at that. And you've seen it, my offense is starting to get better and better day by day, week by week. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that too.
Well, dog, I see you out there shooting threes, shooting 15-footer pull-ups, them pocket passes. Now, you being a little modest. You are probably the nicest big guy I know. But when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing like for real organized around when I was about 13 years old, because was when I never played basketball like younger. I went into middle school and they just saw me because I was like 6th grade. I was like 6 foot. So they're like, oh, you never played basketball? Okay, try out. And I was just terrible. I sucked. I remember I couldn't get on the court. So like the whole summer, I remember I went to like the YMCA every day, just play, pick up. My coach was just like, oh, you grew 3 inches and you got better. Okay. And then it just took off from there. And that's when the club team started.
So was basketball your first love, or what sport was it?
I played a lot of sports. That's the thing, because I would jump from, like, I remember before they had me like running long distance. Like, I remember they had me on cross country, and then I went from cross country to basketball. Actually, no, I went cross country, volleyball, basketball, and then I did track and field all in middle school.
Whoa. So I had you live in Canada.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me you never played hockey?
Oh no.
Can you skate?
Yeah, I can skate. They taught us that in like the 2nd and 3rd grade.
Okay.
They taught us how to skate, swim, all that.
So what was the biggest one? What's one of the biggest reasons that you got recruited? I remember talking to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I love talking to you on the phone. And you narrowed it down to 10, and I'm sweating. And you're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Florida International, Florida Atlantic. What made you decide to come to NIU up here in the cold weather state of Illinois?
It was mainly just the coaches. Coach Beane first, he recruited me the whole year. He stayed with me through the whole process, even though it was like a bumpy at first. And then when I started getting introduced to you, Coach Jeff, C-Mac, everybody, it just felt like a real family. And then obviously what you guys showed me on the offense, how I could really just elevate my game and really just excel over here. And it just sold after that.
What are you looking forward in this season? Winning.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it. Big fellas coming here to win. We have done that. We want to keep doing that. We want the bigger trophy. So you keep working hard, and good things are going to happen. Thanks for having you. Okay. Ready? We have another newcomer. He's a gem. Found him out of Pratt in Kansas. We had to dig deep. Zul, why don't you go introduce yourself to Husky Nation?
My name is Zul Quest. I'm from Gallatin, Tennessee. And I'm a business major.
Zul, what size are you, Zul? If they can't get a visual.
I'm about 6'7".
6'7", what's the wingspan? Put your arms out there, Zul. I don't think that people understand the length that we have this year.
About 7
Zul,
foot.
what's your game? Explain your game to Husky Nation.
I can play inside and out. I like to stretch the floor. And, I'm a good shot blocker.
Well, I think I personally think you're a great shot blocker because you're always in the right position defensively. And then you have good instincts. On the offensive end, you said you can stretch the floor. You're coming off averaging 17, 18 points in JUCO. What are you going to bring to this team to help us win that MAC championship this year?
Whatever it takes to win. Just whatever we need. So either shooting or playing in the post.
So on a lighter note, Zul, what are some of your hobbies? What are you doing when you're away from basketball? Even though we put a lot of time in, and like you said, you're a business major, so you do have a very challenging schedule. But what are some other things you like to do?
When I'm back home, I like to go fishing and bowling with my friends or go to the movies. But while I'm here, I usually just chill and hang out with the team.
So you mentioned bowling. I'm a pretty good bowler myself. So what's your high game in bowling?
Highest I had was probably like 120.
Oh, 120? Well, that'll probably, with our staff, that'll probably finish 4th. but it's something that once we get through this COVID, we can get out and have some fun team things like we usually do. But give me a basketball memory that is special to you.
Probably it was my last AU tournament. I had a good tournament and had some coaches call me, so it made me feel good about myself.
Yeah. So was it you scored a couple points, or you was a difference maker? Y'all win the tournament. You know, was it your first dunk? What was it, Zul? Come on, man. Open up here.
I had a good couple games. Like, I was, like, helping my team, but, like, we weren't winning. So it was kind of tough, but I still had a couple calls after my coach told me keep doing what I was doing.
So what do you like about basketball? Like, what drove you to be a Division I player and stick with the sport of basketball?
I've just been playing it all my life. I grew up around it. My family plays it. So I just felt like something I had to do. So
it wasn't because you're 6'7", 6'8", with a 7-foot wingspan? Was it any other sports other than basketball growing up?
Nah, just basketball. I played football in middle school, but I gave it up.
You gave up? Gave up it. Okay. What uniform number? What are you wearing this year, Zul?
I'm number 12.
So how did you come to wearing number 12?
It's just something that stuck with me since middle school.
Right, because like when I was coming up, like 6'7", 6'8", 7-foot wingspans was like 32, 30s, in the 40s. Now all the big fellas want to wear the low numbers. Has the game changed that much? What's I mean, give me a little more on it.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. I wanted like a lower number, but all the guards, the little guards got like 1s through 5s and stuff. I just picked 12. I just kept it.
All right, last thing. What are you looking forward to this coming season?
Just winning. Hopefully get another one of these, make it to the NCAA tournament.
Thanks, Zul. Appreciate having you on. Zul Queth, people. You're going to love his game. You ready to go, Dave?
No, I am.
All right, welcome back. Hey, Tavon, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to Huskie Nation.
Tavon Jones from Linden, New Jersey. I wear number 4, and I study in communications.
Now, so your route to here, you're from the East Coast, Linden. We discovered you in Odessa, and that's Texas. Give me to getting connected here. Give us the connection. How did that happen?
My high school coach that used to coach me, Anthony J. He put a good word in. He recommended me to you guys. You guys looked at my film, and obviously you guys like it.
So, Tavon, unfortunately, you're a little banged up right now, but when you come off that injury, what can we look forward to in your game and what you brought from Odessa to get here?
Well, I'm coming off a bad year. I didn't have really good winning season. So I'm chopping at the bit to reverse that. And I'm just chopping at the bit to get on the court period. So it's going to be a whole lot of energy, a lot of dog mentality, and just a lot of locking in.
So what brought you to growing up? Was it just basketball, or how did you come to take that to the next level?
I mean, just where I'm from, got a park for New Jersey. That's where you're from. That's where all the dogs are from, and anybody. It's a lot of good kids out there that don't have scholarships due to other things. But finding your dog and just finding who you really are, just a place like that. That's where you can find that out.
What's some of the toughest challenges you think since COVID has hit, and then you coming to here that you had to deal with?
Well, no fans. I was definitely looking forward to that. I haven't played it in a D1 game obviously yet, so that atmosphere I was definitely looking forward to. But at the end of the day, the goal is still to win. So
now when COVID hit, because I remember talking with you, thinking back that you just had surgery. So kind of COVID, and then your rehab, and then you getting back in the flow sooner has kind of pushed you back. How have your mental game stayed sharp on that? Like, give me I don't think people know your routine that you have to go through daily. Give me your daily routine for your rehab and all the things that you have to do?
Okay, so 6 a.m.s, I normally run in the pool, do a little leg raises and stuff like that. 7:30 hours, we have weight room and stuff like that to get stronger. We have study tables at 10:30 roughly. Then we have practice at 1. We've been having 2 a day, so we've been having practice at 7 also.
So I'm glad that Tavon Jones had showed you guys. These guys are more than just athletes. They're definitely student athletes that at times they have to overcome injuries. Like he said, his day starts at 6, weights at 7:30, study table at 10:30, practice at 12:30. And then, you know, you got a crazy coach. So we have been going double days.
Yes.
So we've been shut down, but we got to get ready for this season.
Exactly.
So, you know, we're back every night. But you got to love it. You got to love it.
It would be nothing else I'd rather do, but I'm sitting there playing. As long as I'm around basketball, I'm at peace with life.
So on your spare time, not much in there, but what would you see yourself doing?
Fascinating. Just visualizing me just back on the court, doing what I love to do. I mean, it's not very fun just sitting on the bench and watching something your whole life.
You know what? You just have to stay the course. Good things that happen. I appreciate having you on.
Appreciate you.
Okay, buddy. We have number 11. Won't you introduce yourself to Husky Nation? And you're a newcomer. They don't know.
Yeah, what's up, Husky Nation? My name is Trendon Kingsley Okanu. I'm number 11, and I'm from Linwood, Illinois.
Kingsley, what do you bring to the table?
Cause
wait, I'm just gonna say, you got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know, Lacey James was the 5. Come on, Kingsley. Yeah. I mean, you got to be the enforcer. What you gonna bring to the table this year for NIU basketball?
I think I definitely bring ferocity, strength, great defense, and I'm also a pretty good scorer, so I can bring things like that to the table.
Well, you come from Vincennes Community College, and you used to winning your freshman year. Take me through your year at Vincennes, because you guys got shut down like us last year to defend that championship. But go ahead, tell Huskies what you're about.
You know, Vincennes is one of the best junior colleges in the country, you know, and going in, you know, as a freshman, you think that you're invincible and, you know, you'll start. And I had to go through real hard situations where I sat on the bench for most of the year, but that's really where I learned my game. You know,
and when you say you sat on the bench, you played, but you guys did win the Division I national championship in Hutch.
We won the national championship, and I had a great opportunity to play in the playoff games. And I knocked out, you know, Odessa. That's where Tay is from. You know, but it was a real great opportunity to go to a school like that and to come here. So yeah.
Well, what is the Kingsley? What's your major? What are you majoring in?
I'm a finance major.
Finance, and I know that I remember you signing up for your classes, and you called me and you're talking about that calculus class.
Yeah.
I said, King, I can't help you with that. You know, those classes you're taking are very, very challenging. How do you balance, because you come in, you're over 3.5 student, how are you balancing your academics with basketball?
It just comes to really being good at time management. And it takes practice. Sometimes I'll miss an assignment or I might show up late, but you know, it's just I just keep grinding and just keep it in my head that I have this assignment to turn in or I have to make it in time for practice at this time. I just do it.
What was your biggest challenges since coming here? You know, you're not that far from home.
Yeah.
You know, is it adjusting to our weight room, our basketball practices, COVID protocols? What do you think is big challenges that you had to?
I would definitely say COVID protocols are a definite like roadblock because you know you have to follow these type of procedures. It's not really what you're used to. As far as basketball, it was just the speed is slightly different. You know, different movements, defensively, offensively. You know, that had to get assimilated to. You know.
So when did Kingsley? When did you pick up basketball? Was it always basketball your first love? You know, looking at you, you're 6'8", 230, solid muscle. It wasn't football. You know, I definitely wasn't baseball. So how did you come to like the game of basketball?
I didn't start really getting serious about basketball until high school. I wasn't really a kid that was all into sports or anything like that. I was just kind of in the house. And then one day I decided to try out for a team and I didn't make it. And I hated the way that felt. So I started working hard, you know, just to make that team. And I started to develop a love for the game, you know, just through that hard work. And then through the years, I just got better and better and I just stuck with it.
What's something you looking forward to this year?
Oh man, definitely playing on the court and just getting that feeling, that first D1 bucket. That's definitely what I'm looking forward to.
What is it? What's your signature move? Is it going to be the jump hook? Is it going to be a drop step dunk? Is it going to be what do you think? It's going to be that 15-foot soft jump shot you have? What do you think it's going to be?
I think my first points will probably come off a jump hook. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's my bread and butter right there.
I'm looking forward to coaching you.
Yes, sir.
Stay the course. You got some tough classes. You're going to be very, very successful here. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Yep. Where'd you get that? We're live. Oh, shit. Trendon Hankerson was talking about the cardboard cutoffs. They're on sale. We gotta have you in the house, guys. We're still playing games, and my family will definitely be there. But go ahead, Trendon. Why don't you introduce yourself to Huskie Nation?
Hi, my name is Trendon Hankerson. This is my third year here as a Huskie. Looking forward to this year, Coach Monty again. I'm really excited for the year, actually.
Trendon, what's your major?
I major in kinesiology.
So when you retire from basketball, what do you want to do with your major?
Well, I want to work kind of in the same field. Like, I want to help people like with physical therapy and stuff like that, like people who get injured and stuff like that. So I think that'll be good. Like, I can still work in the basketball industry. I can still work with basketball and stuff like that.
So you have, I don't think they know that you have, you're from a basketball family.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your basketball family.
Well, my dad played Division II basketball, and then he played overseas. So that was good. And then obviously growing up, me and my brother both played basketball. We have both ended up playing Division I basketball, actually. My brother played at Green Bay, and then I played here, obviously. So
do you think you get your athleticism from your dad's side? Because your mom she was no joke either. Now she played. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
She might be watching.
She played Division I volleyball
Okay,
at 2 schools, actually. So she was athletic too. So I don't know who I got it more from, but both of them are very athletic. I can tell you myself.
So what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, just a new team, new role, all that type of stuff. I'm really excited because we got a lot of guys who can do things in different areas. And bringing different things to the table. So I think that'll be good for us this year. And, I'm just really excited for the season.
Okay, you said that new role. You go from, you led the MAC conference in three-point shooting.
Yeah.
You're a lockdown defender. Mm-hmm. What do you think I want your role to be on this year's team?
I think you want me to be a leader, for sure. And I think you just want me to be the best I can be.
Well, the best for him to be is, I always say that Gino German passed the torch to Trendon Hankerson and Darius Beane. And you put a lot of work into your game. So you're being a little modest right now.
For sure.
We need you to score that ball. Are you ready for that torch of scoring that ball?
Of course. I'm ready to score the rock this year.
Good. That's good. That's good.
I'm really ready to score the rock this year.
What's one of your favorite basketball memories?
I would say I have two since
Okay.
I've been here for sure. The first one would be when we went to the Q and we played at the Q. That was a real special moment because I've never played in a facility like that. That's one of my favorite places to play in, and I want to go every year that I'm here.
Now, everybody, if you don't know what the Q is, that's where the MAC tournament is. That's in Cleveland. Get your tickets early. We will be there again. We will have games.
Yes, sir. So I like playing at the Q for sure. I want to go back. And then my favorite memory would be playing against my brother here in Combo. Sure. Never forget that.
Now, your brother has one up. You had an unbelievable game.
Yeah.
And we would have had Green Bay on, but the schedule and different things like that. So he's going to always hold that on. He's going to hold that. He has that on.
He can hang that over my head for sure. But I think the performance kind of outweighs. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure yet.
Well, when you're not in practice or studying, what are some things that, like a couple of hobbies or some things that you do away from basketball?
Well, I like to play the game a lot. I play the game, obviously. You know, I play 2K, I play Madden, I play all that regular stuff.
So the 2K is the basketball version and the Madden is football.
Yeah.
What about any other games?
I mean, I play Call of Duty and the shooting games and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm into all the games really. I don't really prefer anything.
What do you think back to basketball, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenges with this coming season?
I think COVID will hold us back a lot just because it's hard for everybody around the country with COVID. And then some teams might have to cancel what's on the schedule and stuff like that. But as far as us, I just think staying focused with everything that's going on around us with the COVID. So
that's fair. Trendon, thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to a big season.
Sir.
Yep. Well, this should be definitely a familiar face, but we will let Darius Beane introduce himself. And
I'm Darius Beane. I'm a junior. It's my second year here. Yeah, ready to get started.
You ready to get started?
Yeah.
You know, you're another guy that comes from a basketball family. Tell the people about the basketball family.
My dad played at Kansas State for 2 years. My mom played volleyball in college, and then my brother played at Southern Illinois Division I school.
So you almost had no choice. You had to play basketball. Was it just basketball? Basketball growing up?
I was pretty good at football for a little bit, but my mom didn't want me to play no more, so I stopped playing that. I just hopped right into basketball.
Well, is it you still follow football? Is it college football, NFL football? Who's your team that you follow? Would you like?
The Ravens, for sure. Just because the quarterback.
Do you like the quarterback?
Yeah.
The Ravens, he's pretty special.
Yeah.
I'm a Pittsburgh guy, just to let you know. And they're in first.
Yeah.
Ravens in second. Y'all looking up. But on a more serious note, what are you looking for? Like I was just saying to Trendon. You know, Eugene German has passed the torch to you and Trendon. You know, are you ready to run with it?
Yes, sir. I don't think I've ever backed down from a challenge, so I'm ready for it. And you know, we're all excited to get started, and I'm just looking forward to having a bigger role this year. So it should be fun.
It's been a fun year.
Yeah.
So I know we already talked a little NFL. We got the Ravens. Let's go to the NBA. Who is your NBA team that you follow, or you know, a player that you kind of pattern your game after?
Well, my favorite team ever is the Lakers.
Okay.
It's been the Lakers.
You're not jumping on because they won it.
Yeah. It's been the Lakers.
Okay, it's been the Lakers.
I don't want nobody to think like that. Not a bandwagon. But the Lakers, and then I try to pat my game after like Derrick Rose, like Russell Westbrook. I like those kind of players, like athletic, like get downhill kind of players.
High energy.
Yeah.
You are well, I always say you are a two-way player that you can score it various ways, but also you like to play on that defensive side of the ball. Have you always been, or is it just something I've been kind of pushing you towards?
Yeah, you've been on me in practice a lot about it. Just, getting after guys defensively. And even last year, before I got here, or like before I even like started playing my first game, you guys were on me about that, and then it just carried over to the games, and I kind of helped defensively.
So you're one of them guys that, you're a 6'2" guy, 170, 175. But like if you can turn the corner in your athleticism, it's like one of those bouncies. I can put it on you. I think I have a video on Twitter where you get one in the post and you can chew in, dunk. So where did this athleticism come from?
A lot of people say I got it from my mom, but my dad was athletic too. He just 5'10". 5'10". My mom like 5'9", 5'10". I think I got it from both of them though.
Well, what's last thing? What are you looking forward to this year?
Just getting ready to play, getting started. We've been waiting for so long. I've been waiting for so long. My teammates, and we hungry, so we got a lot of people, that doubt us obviously, but we just excited to play. So we getting ready for that right now. It should be a fun year.
Darius, thanks for having you on.
Sure.
Love coaching you. Looking forward to the year.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Well, Husky Nation, we have another newcomer that you definitely have to remember his name. We're gonna let you introduce yourself to Husky Nation.
What's going on, Husky Nation? My name is Anthony Crump. I'm a redshirt sophomore from Eastern Michigan. Transferred from Middle Tennessee, and I'm a 6'8" guard.
I want you guys to make sure you heard that. That is a 6'8" guard. So like, if you can't tell, come on, stand up, Anthony. If you can't tell, I'm only 6'2". He is every bit of 6'8", and he will be playing that guard position this year for us. Anthony, what are you looking forward to this coming season?
Mainly just playing, really. I've been just waiting to play since we've been having the whole pandemic and all that. I'm just hungry to play with my new teammates. We got a lot of new faces on the team. And just coming in, we all just trying to prove ourselves. We got some pieces leaving from NIU, and we got a lot of people trying to doubt us. So we're trying to prove people wrong. So that's what I'm looking for.
What do you think some of your biggest challenges dealing with COVID, not a regular routine that you've had to deal with? Or, another thing like not having to go to class and learning virtually.
Yeah.
What's your major, Anthony?
My major is business administration. So, but I mean, the toughest thing would probably be that school-wise. Back at home during the pandemic, I had a gym that I could go to, so I had a normal routine. I didn't want to sleep in every day and just get lazy, so I forced myself to wake up and work out every day, 3 times a day, and just stay prepared. But the hardest thing was just school. I like going to the classroom and meeting my professor and meeting people to help me out and just get traditional learning style. So just learning on the computers through Zoom and all that was probably the toughest thing. But I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, that would definitely, I always think back to my college days, that would definitely be challenging because I was more of a, like you want to be in the classroom, interaction and different things like that. But what what would best describe your game? Because like Husky Nation ain't seen you, haven't seen you, and now they're gonna get the first view on the 25th. So what will they see when you get on the floor? What you gonna bring to the table?
I think I'm gonna bring a little bit of everything to the table. I'm 6'8", so I can get on the glass. I could defend multiple positions. Offensively, I played guard my whole life, so I got those skills to handle the ball. I can shoot the ball. I can attack the rim. And I just like playing up and down and just scoring and dishing up to my teammates.
Well, I know moms and dad, they're out there watching. So I'm asking all the guys, where do you think you got the skills? Is it from dad who coached you? Or is it from mom's side? What do the lanes, where did it come from?
I think the skills mostly from my dad. He played basketball. He played Division I basketball. He played pro basketball. So he's been coaching me since I was young. But I feel like my mom actually helped a lot too, just because she's always on me. She gives me the confidence to just play. So I feel like I get my drive and my passion.
Now, away from basketball and your studies, and you don't have a lot of time.
Right.
But what would be some of your hobbies, or what would you do when you do have a free moment?
Really just taking advantage of the free moment, just resting. And I do what most young men or older teenagers do, just play video games, watch TV. I cut hair, so that's my little side thing I do, my little hidden talent. That's really it.
Anthony Crump, I am glad that you've taken a chance on us and you're here. Looking forward to big things.
Looking forward to playing.
Okay. All right, we have another newcomer, but he has 3 years of eligibility left, but you're going to have another year because this year you're going to get back. Just want you to introduce yourself to Husky Nation, and it's all yours.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Caleb Thornton. I wear number 2, as you can see, and I'm from Bolingbrook, Illinois. It's not too far down the road, about 50 minutes, and I'm looking forward to playing for NIU for my first year at the university, so I'm just excited.
KT, I call you KT for Caleb Thornton. What's your major? I mean, you came here, you're about a 3.8, come from a junior college, you got all A's. What's your major here at NIU?
I'm a business admin major, just like so just looking forward to getting into community diversity. Diversity and inclusion is what I want to go into after basketball. So I think that NIU's business program is going to help me do that to the best of my ability.
Now, KT, what does Husky Nation not tell them your game? What do you bring to the table, and what are you about?
The one word I would use to describe my game: speed. I've heard it since I was young. I'm not the tallest. I'm about 6 foot, got 170 pounds, but I know how to use it the right way. I like to, get my teammates involved. I love to, make the game easier for everyone else around me because I feel like that's the best way that I can help my team win. So I look forward to doing that for, this team as well as the other teams that I have passed. So that's my talent. That's what I like to do. I like to help people.
Well, you come from a very successful high school. I know y'all made numerous trips downstate. You got a teammate that helped, you won a lot of championships in high school. What was your connection with Tyler? It probably helped, didn't hurt us, had to help us a little bit to get you here. How would you describe that relationship?
Tyler's like a brother to me. As soon as I got to Bolingbrook, he was one of the first people that I got acclimated with. And right away, I knew that I would love playing with him. For the rest of the time that I played basketball, he's always been my favorite teammate. First person I like to pick up, when you go to an open gym or something like that, because he'll do all the little things, stuff that other people don't like to do. And that relationship is what part of what pulled me into wanting to come to NIU as well.
Well, I can see that special bond when you and Tyler are on the floor, because so many backdoor cuts, and like you said, KTU's such a willing passer. But you got to be excited that we run a lot of ball screens and you can go downhill. Like when you envision a ball screen, what do you see? Take me through your progressions. What are you trying to do per se?
When I see a ball screen, my dad has always taught me to come off aggressive, read the big, see what they're doing. From there, I decide if I want to throw it back, if I want to attack the hip, if I want to hit the roll in, go back. It's just a long process that I took a lot of hours studying. Great point guards like Chris Paul is great in the pick and roll. Damian Lillard is great in it. Old school guys like John Stockton was great in it with Carbondale. I take pride in my craft and learning how to be the best point guard I can be. So that's mine.
Now you didn't name some legends, but if you had to pick one player in the NBA that you kind of is your favorite or your favorite team, who would they be?
My favorite player is Kyrie Irving right now. Just his flair that he brings to the game. The fact that he can finish around the rim with bigs and guards alike, it doesn't matter. Right behind that would be the Warriors. Is my favorite team because of the camaraderie, how they pass the ball, how they swing it. The threes, I'm not the best shooter, but watching them be able to shoot the ball like that is pretty amazing and has always been to me since 2013, 12 when they played the Nuggets. So that's my favorite team right now.
Now I've heard a couple teammates mention Kyrie. Could Kyrie have won that championship in Cleveland without the King?
Absolutely not.
So he needed him.
Absolutely.
So it's a good chance you saying now he's in Brooklyn and him and Durant, they're going to bring home that championship?
See, I would love to see it because it would take away the narrative that he can't do it without LeBron, but then he would be doing it with KD. But at the same token, I want to see Giannis go to the Warriors, and that matchup happened. I think the Warriors will win.
So Kyrie is an unbelievable player.
Absolutely.
But it sounds like to me, he's more of a Batman. I'm sorry, he's more of a Robin. So he's not the Batman, but he's the Robin.
Yes, sir. Excellent.
Robins make a lot of money, win a lot of games, and bring home championships.
Yes, sir.
If you got to be the Robin, you okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right, so thanks.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Well, this is definitely a familiar face coming off a very, very successful freshman year. We'll let TC introduce himself to Huskie Nation.
Tyler Cochran, sophomore year. We're number 23 from Bolingbrook, Illinois. And I'm a guard, forward, / whatever he needs me to play. Yes. Yeah, that's me.
TC probably said it best. He can play all positions. He never cares. He's all about winning. Tyler, what are you looking forward to this coming season?
Just getting back on the floor, ready to play with my teammates. Just playing basketball. We haven't played in so long. So just finally get back on the floor, new guys, and play for it.
Now, when because you was on this last year's the MAC West Championship run, and you was in Cleveland. And what went through your mind? Because we had already had that shoot around. And we're in the hotel, we're getting ready to play Miami. And then I had to deliver that bad news. What kind of went through? Give me your process. What was you thinking?
First thing I was thinking, I was sad more for the seniors. They all played, they're all captain of a huge part of the team, and see them go out like that. And I have another chance to show what they can do. The biggest stage, I played their final moments. One of the biggest stages, it was just upsetting. But for me, I was like, oh, get ready for next year.
So you had to switch that button on.
Yeah, after as soon as we get back on the bus, I was like, oh, get ready for next year.
So even though COVID hit this summer, what are some of the improvements or you saw from your freshman year that you felt that you had to work on to get you ready for this coming year?
More of my confidence, more of being a threat out there instead of just the guy that catches it, looks to pass one more, being more aggressive, attacking the basket, shooting the ball more, doing the same thing I did, just adding to it.
getting more guys involved. Just expanding my game more of just being selfish, but just.
Well, it's funny you say that because you're a very unselfish player, and you do like making plays for others. But a big part, I think I tweeted it a couple weeks ago, a big part of our success will be your success of taking that next step. I think that your role will be bigger, kind of more like your senior year in high school where you was in double figures, you was asked to do more, and you've done more. So what are some of the things that you worked on to get you to that stage?
Definitely ball head. Still think about last year going in the conference and not shooting the ball well in my confidence. So just being more confident in letting the ball go, shooting it more. That's really it. Shooting the ball. Feeling that into my mind that I can shoot it, I can shoot it, I can shoot it. I wouldn't be on the floor if I couldn't shoot it, if I couldn't do anything else. Just confidence.
So outside of basketball, Tyler, what's some of your hobbies? What do you like to do? I know you into fashion. You kind of got your own little swagger. So what are some of the hobbies that you like or things that you try to do?
Well, it's definitely shopping. I love shopping no matter what it is. Mainly for myself, not for anybody else. I like playing video games, working out, of course, but mainly just shopping, going around the world too to try different foods. And that's about it.
Now that the shopping, because it's been challenging with this COVID. Is it now more online shopping?
Most definitely.
So
if I don't have to leave the comfort of my bed, I'll take it. Other than that.
Well, last question for you. What was one of your most fondest memories of your freshman year at NIU?
Definitely stepping on the floor for the first time. Playing my first, I would say real game. Starting, because it was like next man up, as you always say, next man up, and I started, and I was like, we're here.
Who was it? Was you nervous? Was it jitters, or was it just like?
I honestly, God, never ever get nervous at any game because it's just something that you always do. But I was a little nervous because this is in high school, this is in NIU, this is middle school, it's big boy basketball, Division I, and going against some of the best guys in the country. So.
Well, we definitely are looking for big things from you your sophomore year. You put in a lot of time. Thanks for having you on. And we open up on the 25th. What would you like to leave Huskie Nation with?
I would just say be ready. Be ready. It's going to be one great year.
Keenan, good to have you on. Won't you introduce yourself to Huskie Nation? Tell them where you're from, what's your major, what number are you going to wear this year?
I'm Keenan Cole, sophomore, string with Illinois. I'm undecided right now, and I wear number 32.
Keenan, in your sophomore year now, what are you looking forward to the most in this coming season?
I'm really just looking forward to just being on the floor with my guys and just going to war with them and just contribute, just win the game.
So going back to, when you started playing basketball, like how did you, was it basketball first love? Was it another sport? Was it mom, dad pushed you in that direction? Or was it just size and athleticism? What would you say?
It was really, I first started playing football first. And then, people kept telling me to play basketball because I was taller than everybody else, bigger than everybody else. So I gave it a try. I didn't really like it at first because I wasn't the greatest at it. It took a lot of IQ and mindset. But, I just stuck with it. In high school, I just fell in love with it. And just with AAU, the places it took me, just nice.
Now you're behind, Noah McCarty, Lacey James, a couple of seniors kind of played your position. You're coming out of high school, averaging 30-some points a game. Describe your game to Huskie Nation, or what we can look forward to as your sophomore year?
High motor, I can pretty athletic. I can knock shots down. I just feel like I can have a presence on defense, blocking shots and just rebound.
I think that a lot of people don't know. Starting to come into your own. You can be a two-way guy where, especially on offense, because like today in practice, you didn't knock down some threes. Now you're scoring inside. Is it a confidence thing that's starting to click a little bit, or you're still young? You're 19?
20 now.
Oh, you're 20 now. Okay, so now it's an age thing that's helping. What do you think that how things are starting to click for you now?
I feel like I just got more confident. Just got confident with the people I've been playing with, and know the system a lot better now. I'm just confident in my spots on the floor.
What's the most challenging thing that you've had to deal with this COVID? Is it more of you don't have a normal routine?
It's
not
just,
in-person classes. What would you say?
It's really just not knowing what to expect. So you can wake up expecting one thing and it might go full 180. You just never know what to expect every day. So you just got to be ready.
Well, what's something that you looking forward to this season? Looking at our schedule, and it's only partly been out. But what are you looking forward to this year, team-wise, who we're playing?
I know we play a lot of in-state guys. I know I play a lot of people I know. I'm just looking forward to just playing against them. It's always fun playing against people you've been playing since high school. You're close friends, so just looking forward to that.
So you're saying a couple people on that UIC for that November 25th game?
For sure.
Well, Keenan, thanks for having you on, man. I'm looking forward to a big year.
Let's get it.
Jay Lee, thanks for having you on. Won't you introduce yourself to Huskie Nation and tell them a few things about yourself?
How's it going, Huskie Nation? Justin Lee, small forward from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Happy to be here. I'm ready to play.
So Justin, what's your major here at NIU?
Major is sports management. And, I was looking towards kinesiology, but I feel like sports management is a better fit for me.
Well, I know that you've had some tough years here with a few injuries, still rehabbing from your latest setback. But look like, when I see you, Justin, look like you didn't took a strong presence in, because you came here, you gotta be honest, now you came here kind of thin. Now I'm looking at you, your shoulders are broad, you didn't build out, voice a little deeper. What give me, how did all that transpire?
Over the summer, after my last surgery on my shin, kind of sat down and thought to myself, I was like, I have all this time, and what should I do to make myself better? So I was just asked my mom, where's some good foods to eat and stuff. So I just started cooking myself, started working out, got a little gym, basically at home. Just been in there every day, here and there.
So that takes me to my next question. You said, I didn't know that you cooked because I haven't got invited over. So what would be your go-to meal if you had to prepare?
I eat spaghetti all the time, or chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo. I cook that probably once or twice a week. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. That I know you and like everybody else on this team, you follow that NBA. So what's your favorite player who you kind of your game after, and then what's your favorite NBA team? I don't know if that player is on the team. You know, who are you rolling with?
My favorite team right now is the Lakers. Me and my dad, we've been watching them like all season. I play a lot like KD or Brandon Ingram, so I definitely say they're both players I model. And
so when you're back on that floor, when you get healthy, so you know you're another two-way guy where you inside, outside. Like, how do you try to establish yourself in a post, or do you try to establish yourself on the perimeter first? So what's your mindset going into a game?
Definitely, I'm trying to get out first, post up, get a feel for it, get to the line, because I know playing with my back to the basket, I can definitely get to the line every time I get the ball, or it's a bucket. Not, I can definitely play the short corner. Also, I can play the wing 2 to 3. I shoot the 3 very well too.
So what's been your biggest challenge with this COVID? Has it been a different routine? Has it been class? Has it been the uncertainties? You know, what is your mental thing on this whole COVID situation?
I really got my own schedule, so every day I do the same thing. I feel like the toughest thing is probably just fitting everything in, as well as continuing to eat as much as I used to eat, and being at practice, weights, study tables.
Well, Justin, you know, we want you to get healthy, stay the course. I know a lot of people don't understand when a student athlete is rehabbing, and you heard it from Tavon, it starts early. It's those 6, 7 o'clock, lifting weights, staying the course, but we're going to get you healthy, and we expect big things. Thanks for having me on, sir.
Coach, for it.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Huskie Nation, coming to a close, but I think I had it on Twitter last night. Dan was in the gym. I guess it was some play. I must have missed that practice, but you hit one from I don't know if it was the N, I don't know if it was the I or the U. So why don't you introduce yourself to Huskie Nation, and then we're going to talk about that shot you made.
So I'm Dan Philpom. I'm a redshirt freshman this year, and I'm wearing number 20. Little thing about me. So my game, I'm a 3-level scorer. I'm an excellent shooter from beyond the arc. I've always been a prolific scorer ever since I was young. High school, I've scored over 2,000 points, averaged 25 and a half senior year. And I've always had the knack to put the ball in home.
Dan, your work ethic is just as good as any. You know, it probably started in high school. You know, is it the mom side? Is it dad's side? What drove you to basketball?
It's definitely my parents, my brother growing up for sure, and also watching Kobe Bryant. It's really the guy that I really wanted to model my game after. Seeing his footwork, seeing his skills. In my eyes, he's the most skilled player that's ever played the game, and obviously, in my eyes, he's also the hardest working player or athlete that I've personally ever seen. So it's really been kind of a combination, but definitely.
Well, Dan, I know you put a lot of time into basketball, and I always do my weekly academic checks, and then we come to your name, and I'm like, because you get nothing less than A, you get all A's. Right. What's your major, and why are you majoring in that?
Majoring in business administration, and kind of want to go my father's route. So he always taught me that one day the ball is going to stop bouncing, and you need to have something to fall back on. So if eventually pro career or something doesn't work out down the line, then I can always fall back on business and make a lot of money and have success in the field.
So how do you balance both? Like I said, you are the, you look in the dictionary, you see student athlete, that unbelievable. You get in the gym, practice every day, but also you get straight A's. How do you balance that?
It's tough. I mean, like you said before, this isn't for everybody. And you just have to have the mindset to be self-motivated and be be determined no matter what you're doing. You have to have focus. You have to have a game plan every single day. Plan out what you're going to do, what you want to be accomplished. And at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, did I accomplish that goal? And how can I be better the next day? And so forth and so on.
What's the, Dan, you are such a gym rat. What is the toughest thing that you had to deal with this COVID?
I would say at first not being able to access a true basketball gym, but I thank my dad for building a little half court out by and then a little weight room in the basement. So I've always been waking up every morning, 5:30 a.m., getting in 4, 5, 6 workouts a day with him and stuff like that. So he's really been pushing me, especially during COVID, stuff like that, getting me out there, working on my skills, ball handling, shooting, getting me stronger, really getting me physically ready to play at this level.
What was the biggest thing, because you redshirted last year, now you could play this year. What's the biggest thing that you learned your freshman year that you can take forward to this season?
I really think it was physicality and like time management. So really watching Eugene German, seeing how he handles himself, being that big of a star, that big of a player, and score and stuff like that. So I can really see each and every day how he approaches the game, approaches every single part of his life, stuff like that. So I've just really tried to watch him through that year. Trendon, Zaire, the upperclassmen guards, and really try to understand and kind of pick their brain, so to speak. The plays, why the timing, why am I going here, why am I going there, what do we get out of it, stuff like that.
Well, Dane, definitely thanks for having you on. Looking for big things from your sophomore year.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Huskie Nation, we appreciate you joining us tonight for our Virtual Monday with Monty. Monty had a chance to grill his student athletes, so now our fans who joined us tonight, it's their turn to ask Monty some questions. So I have a list here. So first we're going to start out with NIU Hall of Famer and our current radio color analyst, Rodney Davis. He asked, what are some of the challenges you have as coaches trying to bring the team closer together through this COVID crisis with so many new players?
You know, Rodney, that's a great question. Said it to my wife, Alex, last night, that some of our players haven't even been to my house. And we're just so used to having cookouts, over swimming, you know, team type things. So just getting closer with the team away from basketball, because we ask so much from them, from weights, conditioning, practice, that sometimes they have to see us in a different light. But it's been challenging. But, you know, we're doing the best we can. And hopefully we get a chance to do a couple trips. On those road trips, we can get a little closer. But those 2 practices a day definitely bring us closer together.
Tanya Schuerman asks, who would you say is your hardest working student athlete both on and off the court?
Oh, Tanya, it's hard just to name one. We have a lot of dedicated student athletes. They all put in hours on top of hours. Ever since, you know, I've been here, the gym's open. Got to thank the staff here to open up the facility to let our guys come in at night. But you can't just name one, because some of them work so hard. I always go to the student athletes that I coach the most. It's Trendon Hankerson's, Zaire Mateen's. Because if they're not in this building, they're out at the park, they're at home. Our guys put in that time. It's definitely going to pay off.
Dominic Archer asks, would you describe how would you describe the key responsibilities of each of your assistant coaches?
Oh. You know, I always tell my staff that you have to take ownership into the entire program. And it's just not one aspect. They're all in charge of recruiting day-to-day with our student athletes. They're all in charge of academics. They're all in charge of game planning, you know, practice planning. So it's not just one thing they all do. They're all, you know, you have to be a jack of all trades to work for myself. You know, sometimes you got to be a father figure. Sometimes you have to be a haircut guy. Take them to get something to eat, go to the airport. So, we ask a lot of our coaches because I feel, especially in this time this year, that I've missed some days and my staff have hit the ground running. They will all be successful coaches or potentially head coaches. But I ask a lot, but they give a lot too.
Now, without getting us in trouble with our administrators, Mike O'Connor asks, any more scheduling updates that can be shared at this point?
Well, we had Jeremy Reed over there, follow NIU Huskies, but everyone knows that we have UIC on the 25th, SIUE on the 2nd. It should be getting announced to Paul on the 3rd. Yes, we're going back-to-back to play that in-state rival against DePaul. It's probably on the Iowa website. We do play them on the 13th. And then we do play Chicago State on the 18th. So that's our 5 games. And I tried to get all in-state games, but 4 out of 5 is not bad.
Adam Eaton, actually, we can see him on our screen here. He asked a question about a car. I'm going to let you two figure that out on your own. But that is all of our questions. Husky Nation, we appreciate you joining us for Virtual Monday.
Well, I give it up for Adam. Adam's like me. We have a little shine. And, he looks good. Definitely thanks for tuning in.
We appreciate you all, and we hope you join in next Wednesday, the 25th, when the Huskies host the UIC Flames right here at the NIU Convocation Center. And check out NIUHuskies.com for the ways to watch that game, and we hope you do. And also, as Coach mentioned, get your cardboard cutouts. Coach, you want to grab your cutouts? He's got his whole family here, $60 a piece. Show your faces here at the NIU Convocation Center so each of our student athletes and coaches can see you up in the stands. And a great way to support the entire athletic department.
Well, let's give it out, though. Adam and his group, that's, DeKalb, Sycamore, Chevrolet. Why not? Give it out to them. I bought cars. They are the best.
There you go. And we appreciate Northwestern Medicine as well for supporting Virtual Monday with Monty tonight. Make sure to join us the rest of the year as well. So for now, for Anthony Sperando and head coach Mark Montgomery, thank you for joining, and let's go Huskies.
Go Huskies.